guys, it's Ann Clay, and it's part 2 of going into Alice's house and looking at all her antique ornaments and Santas and whatnot. It's so interesting, so join me. Okay.
So I know these are Japanese. They're made out of, it's paper. So the pants are paper and the coats are paper. Again, you'll see the bottle trees. Or they're always usually holding something. A tree or a candle most of the time. And I like to make the little woodsy displays with them. They really adapt to that. You just tuck them in. I really don't do anything the same every year. I do like to keep most of the Santas that I love near me. So they're usually here or in the kitchen because then I can see them when I go in there. There's a few in there, but I seem to like have all of them in this room.
Interesting.
Because I like them near me. The things that I like them to be near me.
Yeah.
And of course, I have a couple of the buyers, carolers.
Yeah.
So you can really mix and match, add old little details. To make these little scenes. And this feather tree, again, it's just very simple cinnamon ornaments, a garland. None of this is old. It's just all new. So I think that's probably it for this room.
This room looks great.
So we'll go through the foyer briefly.
Yeah.
And then we can go into the living room, and then there's a lot in the kitchen that we'll talk about.
All right.
So let's go into the foyer, and there are some old and some new. So these are actually new, and you'll see they kind of have the stern faces. They are candy containers, both of them. So usually a candy cane will come off like this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where they attach. So you kind of don't know.
Yeah.
But look at his stern little face.
Oh.
And he's, he has a feather tree. And I think I gave him that.
Crabby Santa.
Yeah. And this one, same thing.
Wow.
That helped quite a lot of candy.
Wow.
But those are reproductions.
Those are cool.
They're cool. Now, this is a bell snickle, probably made from like a pressed cardboard. And I thought that maybe he wasn't old, but the person that I bought him from said he was found and he was in a box. So even though he doesn't necessarily look old, the history about him, he was in a box, so maybe he never was displayed.
Oh, yeah.
Because I said, gee, he looks kind of new. And then the person that I bought it from said he was found in a box.
So he's just in really good shape.
And this one, I think, has some age. And I think it was a candy container of some sort because it looks like something's missing. And he has his little tree.
Oh, neat.
His little Charlie Brown tree that's falling.
These are too fun. Whenever I come to your house, then I want to start collecting everything you do.
Oh, you know what I wanted to tell people? You just reminded me. If you go to Connecticut Country Antiques, she has a fabulous blog.
Okay.
And some of the things we've already talked about, like the hog scraper candlesticks, redware, she has a few other things in her blogs. Wonderful. She's a wealth of information. Okay. So if you get a chance to check that out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also one on silhouettes too.
Okay.
So it'll give you even more information if you're looking to find information. There's not a lot in here. So, well, I guess there's a little. Oh, there's enough. Never mind. I misspoke.
Where we start here?
Are we on?
We're on.
So this is the cute little white feather tree that reminds me so much of my mother.
Oh.
It's not an old one, probably bought in the 90s, but I also do decorate this tree seasonally with some small Halloween decorations, and also hearts.
Okay.
Because you can see I do have hearts. So this particular one, when I went to a show, I saw someone had decorated it with just red. Even though it looks pink, they were probably red.
Okay.
And so I said, how cute does that look? I'm going to do that. So you can always learn new ideas from places you go, and even if you pick up one good idea. So I used to do something different with this. One of my favorite things is to just fill it up with, weight it down obviously a little bit, and just do cranberries. It just adds that nice red color.
Does.
Yeah.
Love it.
So that reminds me of my mom. So then over here I've got a little putz house. A very cool. I don't think it's not a bottle brush, but it's kind of cardboard covered with chenille. Probably 50s, I guess.
Wow.
Kind of funky. And let me just pick this up. So these are the putz houses that say Japan. And there's the hole in the back where you could put them over a light bulb.
Right.
But again, I don't know. It sounds dangerous.
It
to
does,
me.
kind of.
So I would just use them to make my little displays. I don't think that little tree's old, but it's got a nice, tinsely, cute little look. And then just, add the greens. And
Wow.
I got my little buyer's carol or skater girl. Oh, here's I call them the bottle brush wreaths. And they really do look like a bottle brush cleaner.
Yes.
I mean, to come up with that.
Yeah.
It's like amazing. When I read that, I go, how funny is this? A toilet brush cleaner material dyed green makes a bottle brush tree.
And the fact that people collect them for years to come.
I know.
That's the crazy thing.
And they're very popular. You can
Yeah.
still buy them now.
Yeah.
To add to your collection. But
Yeah.
we just love them.
Yeah. Wait, are these Cahill?
Oh, yes, they are. They are. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. They're just so beautiful.
Wow.
Again, another feather tree, not an old one.
Right.
Yeah. And there's two more of hers over here as well. I particularly like this one here with the American flag.
Oh, that one's sitting on the moon. Was it sitting on the moon, or did you do that?
No, I didn't touch her
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
It was perfect the way it was.
Okay.
I didn't add anything.
Yeah.
But see the detail?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So today's current artists, if you love it, buy it, and they become the antiques.
That is a really good point, because there are artists that are making this
gosh.
right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So here we are, back to the blue cabinet.
Oh, here we are.
So I just actually bought this little denim pottery. Not old denim pottery, but I said I have to have him.
He's cute. Because
he'll look perfect. And signed by, this is a Nashawada pottery. It's marked by a particular well-known painter that painted it. But I said I have to have him because he's going to look perfect in my blue cupboard. And I have a blue bottle brush tree because I tried to do blue in here.
Right.
And then we have he's got a plastic face. So he's probably Japanese from the 50s. A lot of it, as a child growing up in the 50s, there were a lot of those around.
Yeah.
So, again, I gave him a wreath. This is a great bottle brush tree. Yeah. Again, weighted down with cranberries. And then there's also the cardboard. I guess it's molded.
Does look like it was poured into a mold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not really paper mache, but
I see
press
what you're
paper.
saying.
You know what I'm
Maybe.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's kind of cool. I
Yeah,
think I
he's
might
cool.
have tied this on.
Oh. You do have a problem with decorating the decorations.
I do have a big problem with it, which I never realized until someone pointed that out to me. So, and then over at the fireplace, I actually have their reproduction. This is actually a Valancourt.
Okay.
Again, made from an old chocolate mold.
Right.
That's what they do.
Right.
And then they hand paint them. And these are just some, random ones.
Are those Valancourts too?
They're not Valancourts, but they're similar.
Okay.
And then this one is actually, I don't know if it's made from an old mold or not, but it's not a Valancourt. But these always end up on this mantle every year. So I don't have to rethink this one for whatever reason, So again, not a lot in here, but I've tried to accent it with the red berries. In the winter berries.
Yeah.
Some candles for a nice glow. Just makes it like you want to sit down there.
I totally want to sit down there. I
love the atmosphere of this room.
Yeah,
There's something about this room that I just love. I love the more formalness of it.
It's very inviting.
Yes.
And
then we could sit here as well.
Right.
So that's pretty much it for this room.
I really love that we already did the video on the drawing room and went through all your collections in here, because now I feel like I intimately know this room.
You do.
I do. I've spent a lot of time here learning about everything in the room. It fascinates me.
Well, after the holidays, I think we'll move to the dining room.
Will we?
That'll be the next one.
Okay.
After the holidays.
That we will really get to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
People are ready to start up again.
Right. But
another session.
See, even as we're in here, I'm like, oh, there's those wonderful lockets with the hair. I love the feeling of this room.
Yeah. It just brings me back in time. It's very peaceful.
It's very peaceful.
And I feel like I have some of my most beautiful things in this room.
Yeah.
My very favorite pieces. Of course, I wish all these peaches were in the kitchen with me.
Right.
Because that's what you see all the time.
Right.
So I do make it a point to come in here, and I love this whole thing.
I think it's me too. That area right there feels like a tavern with the molding behind it. It feels so wonderful. Like you could just sit down and say, "Hey, give me a gin," and
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or read a book, or yeah. It's just. In fact, I had a few of my girlfriends over. There were 6 of us, and we ended up coming to this room instead of staying in the kitchen. And we pulled out the old chairs, and we just sat and talked, and it was just a nice room for conversation.
Very nice.
It was nice. And it was nice to use the room.
Yeah.
Because obviously, with just the 2 of us, we don't use all the rooms.
Sure. Use the same rooms over and over again.
We use the kitchen, the bedroom, and the family room.
Right. But this is beautiful.
But I do love this room.
Yeah.
I love the room. I love the red.
Yep. Really, really screams Christmas too. Yeah. So in the next episode, we're going into the kitchen, and there's a lot in the kitchen, isn't there? I can't wait to. Okay. Later.